Walks away with game 1. Tarzan wrapping around bot lane. This is a really good gank from Tarzan.
And it's how you attack Elk. The 3 camp ganks always work on Elk because he's always here, like this, shoved up, playing aggressively. No summon is blown at all by anyone.
You're forcing me into somewhat of a half-life situation. Tarzan's fighting for the level 6 Scuttle Crab here. Jiejie will be able to contest.
The Inland Empire didn't twig for Tarzan. He doesn't know that something weird and spooky is going on. He does attempt that Scuttle Crab fight. The Jiejie wins, but over comes Flandre, who's ulted on in, and that means that poor old Zucker's not been able to ult yet. Finally does. The equalizer is decent. Tarzan flashes over, doesn't die. Shanks with the ult to disengage briefly, but I'll hop over with the shield vault. Makes that a 1-for-1 for now. Flandre needs to start running, but Jiejie has got a Conqueror stacked. Can he get anything more here? Don't think so. Will eat a fair amount more damage. Actually, there's going to be a Soul Furnace pop. No, it's just about broken. Is that shield? Has lost his shield vault. Another grass proc ends up just as that 1-for-1.
So Jiejie ends up getting the level 6 off that play, which means accurate and would just lead to random kills. Turns out Ezreal can still do that 13 years later.
Skill shot accuracy is a big deal. Accuracy, I think is what I wanted to say that. I'm not sure I actually finished. It has been a very quiet game, Alex, I have to say. No one's really
we should be pulled
the trigger on this.
It's been a quiet game!
Actually, there's CP coming. Maybe we have summoned violence.
It's getting louder!
Shanks! Shuffles them under the turret. That was good synergy.
It was. Between the solo lanes.
Yeah, oh yeah, not us. We never have.
After you've lost your own member, it would have been against the grain and potentially would have won you the dragon coming up in just a minute.
Faker!
Giro, thank you for gifting a subscription to Faker.
Faker is subscribed
Hang on,
manually.
Sam. Well, he's here to watch Jiejie going bot side under the turret.
This is how you play Yone Faker, see? That's what you're supposed to do. Hit the ultimate.
Don't, Sam, I will not take any disparagement here, Sam, you cretin, you villain. Jiejie going under that bot turret. Kael did flash, he tried for the outplay. Instead, he's just become another kill under the tower. Scaling composition. If you're faced up with a good soul, we'll see what they roll. Weibo could be in a very good spot. 21. I thought personally, when it came to that World's Finals, I actually thought it should have either been him or Mako as the MVP. Scout walked away with it. But I really appreciate starting to go into side lanes. Of course, the Pantheon becomes such an issue. Pantheon, against a number of our LPL teams, has become somewhat must-ban. Potential play here. The arrows coming through.
Oh, what a combo. In the equalizer after might buy a little bit of space. The flag, the drag finally gets the throwdown, and he uses a soul. The healing from Erha behind will not be enough. Valiant effort. But that CC chain was about 30.
Jiejie even gets a good E in time. Very nearly ends up surviving through to teammates coming over, but he's well out of position. Weibo, they have strong ability to play side lanes when it is the Pantheon who's dropping into them. Much harder, really, to do it when he's the one hit himself. Really good driving from Tarzan. Double charge from the Herald. Outer turret to outer turret from mid lane to bot lane.
We'll return to Tokyo to get some drifting lessons. Clearly, Tarzan having a great time on that there. He's not in the Hulk car, but it's close enough.
Hey Frost, how's the series going? It's only just started. It's been pretty even so far. Zucker's going to get jumped on maybe. Tarzan is over the wall. Ezreal threatening. Tucker continuing the chase.
Grand Starfall, they're really hunting for this. Erha's also on, but there's Tarzan trying to buy some time, and now it's a 2v3. Tarzan's going to leave his top laner for dead, and Weibo Gaming went hunting for that.
He did. A flash committed by the Karma going over the wall. Really wanted to get something onto the Scion, and they do end up finding it. I mean, real credit to Weibo. Normally when anyone's legends start making plays like that, they can't. Behind a gold bump. Has the 2 items. He's going to have to pull his weight with less resources to do so.
Elk keeps throwing out a few of those skill shots, the essence fluxes, the mystic shots. Ward control now, ALs, as they don't have the Scuttle Crab speed trying. There is that. Flandre in the bush. Seabin, you can in fact stay here at the start of a fight.
Dude, Scion just doesn't take damage, and Elk gets caught. Mikhails bails him out of that one. That's a problem. The Scion's not taking damage, Sam, and if he doesn't, I don't know how Weibo win fights. They got to somehow reach the backline. It cannot be a fight about the Scion.
He gets over the wall with that Mega Blast going. The Encore comes flying on through. Tarzan will likely need to flash away. Xiaohu rebinds his soul. The Equalizer in the river is kind of disengaged from AL, trying to trade out the Grand Starfall behind. Now Jiejie is there. Tarzan with the flag, the drag. They're jumping onto Xiaohu. They've got him. Hope survives. He's flashed over the wall, and Jiejie has to disengage, but he's hit with a massive hammer from Mecha Scion, who is absolutely not allowing the Pantheon to escape. Man drops out of the sky and into a 6-foot hole.
And it'll be the Baron from anyone's legend. They've killed the Smite. They have the Seraphine and the Scion, so they should be safe to do so. Weibo tried the 5v5 and they realize, that Scion is a problem. Everyone gets caught in the encore. Very good ult from Kael midway through that fight. Shanks is on the retreat, though. He was stood in the brush on vision. Weibo killed the Azir, and now it's now an actual contest.
All right, Kael's got a stacked passive. This Seraphine is scarier than you think. Erha trying to come on in, gonna get turned on. Tries to get the root, so much healing with the renewal. Baron still tanking. Erha gets hit by the volley. Look at Elk over the wall. Teleport back in. 3,000 HP on the Baron. Zika with no HP. Decimating smash on the TP. Xiaohu now hunting with Elk. Zika will go down. They've got one more. Xiaohu with the soul unbound goes for the Q3. Can't quite find his Tarzan. Slides on through. Flandre is zombie is murdering people. Won't get more, but it still ends up being a little bit scrappy at the end. But AL are still by far the team that come away with more. 2 for an additional
about
2.
The Scion. The fight could never afford to be about that. Good play onto Shanks, though, caught by the ult.
There comes the fate sealed. Shanks goes golden, but I don't think that will do much more than buy a second or two. Was not expecting people in that bush, and it's a good bush bait from Weibo Gaming, who take a note out of Fnatic's old school strategies.
Yeah, Shanks, a couple of mistakes in a row. I mean, he's got 4 kills. It's by no means been a bad game for him, but those 2 mistakes have now taken some of the Baron power play wind out of anyone's Legend sails. Now, they should have really been able to run through into a huge advantage here. Not necessarily going to be the case now. Hope is the guy that's got most of the gold now, too. What happened here in this top set? Oh, it was a crystallized proc. And Tarzan...
Oh, he dies for it.
Kael on the Seraphine. Holding Jiejie out of the river for now, but he's not the best at keeping people away. I've got to hope.
Nice little arrow, buys a bit of time, still going to get jumped on nonetheless. Gets himself a barrier, the encore flies across Elk, and over comes Tarzan, leaving Jiejie alone because the encore denied the follow-up. Equalizer is good onto Kael, but he doesn't die. Shanks shuffles Zika away, goes down, the Fate Seal is completely wide, only lands onto Tarzan. Does kill off Shanks though, because he gets to Q3 across to get him. Elk gets another. That's not bad, evened up what was looking like a tough fight. Elk though is very much away from the rest of his team. Should theoretically be able to dance away from these two if he's bought enough time. Is anyone else coming? I don't know about that, as Tarzan will likely flag and drag across. Won't quite land on the Elk. Does get a slow. Elk trying to dodge away and should be able to escape now, I imagine.
Should do. Elk's actually fairly scary once he gets that first kill. Gets the Endless Hunger kind of bonus healing beyond that point. Xiaohu back in. Elk, Xiaohu now starting towards the teleport back in. Elk's going on to Hope.
Elk? He's just got in. He does actually manage to get that kill with Xiaohu's followed, but I think Elk falls after. No! The Endless Hunger is enough to keep alive. Now Flandre is over, but AL were just there split. Where was Flandre?
I thought there was going to be a huge mistake from Elk, but it turns out will go down. It's just a question of Weibo find themselves a fight. Here comes the ult from the Pantheon.
So as Pantheon want to get in here, gets immediately stunned. I think that's Jiejie had the flash! Gets into the pit. Tarzan to get away as overcomes Xiaohu, but only ults a Zonya'd target. Shuffle away from Shanks is decent, but that's the GA procking. Elk's going wild, and Weibo are destroying the fight. AL fumble it all.
Jiejie, Prince of Thieves, welcome back, you wonderful man! Hope dies in the wombo combo and anyone's Legends damage goes with it. Weibo find the backline access, they find the objective steal. Sam, I think they found themselves game 1. Weibo, the Chaos Agents, throwing a spanner in the works.
Oh, Jiejie, you beautiful human. Jumps it with the ult, flashes for the steal, and who needs CC when you can just kill them all?
Shanks is alone waiting for something to happen. Respawn's coming up from bot lane about 10 seconds. They're not going to be able to end the game. Weibo will be left to try again, but they get the
soul for Weibo. We go again as AL. Kael didn't quite get the root on Jiejie last time. Was a pixel off. That might have changed things.
Soul, yeah.
There's the arrow. There's the fight sealed, lands on a couple, but Xiaohu immediately hit with the encore. Elk's murdered the Seraphine, though. Kael's found limited use this game, unfortunately. Elk knocked up with the flag and the drag, but he's got Endless Hunger and a shield behind it, courtesy of the Karma, and they've murdered everyone and gotten themselves a soul. Flandre needs to run away, but the Scion can put up a shield, but a flash on forward from Erha, and Jiejie will secure it with a last old auto.
Yone used to be a joke for Xiaohu. Who's laughing now, anyone's Legend? Xiaohu hits another ult onto Shanks in the fight, and Weibo find themselves ahead in the series versus anyone's Legends in this all-important elimination match. 1-0 on the board to Weibo, the Chaos Agents.
Oh, Weibo, how consistent are you in your...